Welcome to the Swamp, the giant that the head ball coach awakened, one that thrived in urban renewal, and now one where only the Gators get out alive. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a team from the SEC, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Florida Gators offense takes the field for the first time today. There he is, the man who makes everything go, and they believe they're going to score every time they touch it when he's on the field, Jesse.
He plays with unbelievable confidence, Reese. Always knows where to go with the football. The entire playbook is at this guy's disposal.
Yeah, which is so much fun for a coach. So much fun to play with him. A guy that can do everything. Everybody on the field is active in a weapon.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
And they are looking for a ball play that'll work. Now facing second and long from the 19. Gets it out fast. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. The handoff to Johnson.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to the ground with the running back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. They're such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
And the Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. The Wolverines offense will take the field for the first time. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He'll try it again. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth-quarter game. Make them feel you, keep them off balance.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
Such a big decision early in the game. When you're opening drive, 3rd and short, you run it, you don't pick it up, and now you're just inches away from getting it. I'm not going to be surprised, guys, if they decide to run it here again.
The Wolverines will punt this one away. Running it back, it's Hawkins. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's got it. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45.
And you got man-to-man coverage. You're running that curl route. The ball has to come out. You know you're going to get hit. Like, you know you stopped your route. He's going to be right there. He does a great job securing the catch, getting the 1st down.
Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. They go to the ground. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Glagway. Got his man. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
It's really tough on offenses when defenses know what you got to do. You got to pass the football. They're in man coverage.
Man here D is almost even kill.
He smells it. He goes and gets it.
The Gators will have it 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The give to the back. Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the 1st down. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the 1st down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
Hand orange covering eyes, hand orange covering eyes, hand orange covering eyes, hand orange covering eyes.
From the gun, running back gets to give. They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. It's down to the 20.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put 1 mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
To the air, it's Glagway. And boy, was that pressure in his face immediately. Down he goes.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. They've got the screen set up. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back in the play. Nice job by the offense, but the defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
The Gators line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
They've gotten right on the cusp of the end zone. They still need 2 yards. Will they try to bang it in with a run or go over the top? They'll try to pound their way in. Snowed under by the defense.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollack.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. What a good run there. He has enough for the 1st down. You put on that winged helmet, and the one thing you want to do is establish the running game.
No matter who the coach is, no matter who the players are, it's a tradition. It's physicality. That's how they built this brand at Michigan. And I think no matter who's there, it's going to be how they continue to build on that tradition.
Might as well give it to him again. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw.
Now the juke. Face fuchsia white eyes. Face fuchsia white eyes. Face fuchsia white eyes. Face fuchsia white eyes.
Gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got an open man. Hit the afterburners, kid. They finally make the stop, but what a way to end this 1st quarter after that fantastic play. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. And the Wolverines look to keep this drive humming. A first down run in the red zone. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Second and goal for this offense. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan. Man, did he show some hops for that one.
Some serious vertical right there. I tell you what, everybody in front of you, hey, I'll go by air if I need to. Good job getting in the air, getting the touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3.
That makes the score Michigan 7, Florida 3.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires the pass, intercepted. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
First down for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Warren. Getting some heat. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Wolverines. What a grab and go for the score. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Michigan done woke up.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Just about set to kick it away.
Set to advance on the football.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some really nice job creating separation for his QB.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. They're going back to the ground.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Six-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Quick strike complete. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
Comes out throwing on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
Really need positive yards on second down. After the incompletion, they'll snap it from the 44. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first.
Okay, Florida, I see you.
Fires to the tight end. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying to run field goal? Are you going for it on fourth down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
Off play action on first down. And they knocked him down almost immediately.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
Really need to find a productive play this time on second and long. Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. Third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to it. He'll pull it down and run. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Fourth down coming up.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll line it up.
Damn, he almost made it.
37-yarder coming up. Good, right down the boulevard.
Face purple crying, face purple crying, face purple crying, face purple crying, face purple crying.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Let's see what he can do with the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They took their time out of the gate, but now starting to try to take control of this game on offense here in the second quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, and they're playing good complementary football up to this point, but this is a huge opportunity, David, for them to really create some momentum.
Well, and the defense did such a good job keeping them in the game early. Now, holding down their end. Now get the offense rolling, put up some points on the scoreboard, and then you could really get dangerous in this ballgame.
It's a reverse. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield.
Dan Wolves is mean. Popcorn yellow striped smile. Popcorn yellow striped smile. Popcorn yellow striped smile. Popcorn yellow striped smile. Ho.
Great job by the defense, not getting fooled, playing their assignment, making the play.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Trying to get to it. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
The Wolverines decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hand goes into the air for the fair catch, and the catch is made around the 40. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
And now on second down for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Glagway. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. The running back has it. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Wilson. On the move at the 30. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one. The tackle is finally made.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And the Gators have this offense rolling. They'll give it to Johnson. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Trying play action. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Finds the tight end. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Dropping back, it's Warren. quickly to the tight end. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
He's looking to throw it. Finds his tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw.
3 field goals for Florida.
And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack, once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Grabbed over the middle. It's Morris.
Well, not down in distance. The quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs.
They get down there but can't get in.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
You spread me out, I'm going to speed you up. Nice job. They go empty. Nobody in the backfield to help the quarterback block. The linebacker comes right up the gut, gets to the quarterback, gets him on the ground.
He's back to throw on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's almost to that first down marker. They're saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Wants to throw. It's Warren. He's right on target. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team.
What other matchups y'all would like to see?
Coming up from the right side. Smashes it between the uprights. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Gainesville. What a fine college football game we've got. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by acknowledging the sparkling play of this tight end. The guy's like an aircraft carrier out there as a blocker. And then when he releases and shows off that speed and route running, he's almost unguardable. Gotta believe he won't be able to go anywhere in this second half without someone attached to his hip. And with that, let's send it back to our men in the swamp.
Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Lowers those pads. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. He'll start this third quarter with a run. Still running at the 40. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle, as opposed to linebackers and big defensive players. You get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Got it in the middle. It's Loveland. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too?
NUM7 is quick.
Catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. To throw, it's Warren. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in third and short, third and medium, third and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Number 19, set to kick it off.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Gators sending the offense back to work. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit. Just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Right back to the well. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Back to throw. It's Lagway. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, picked
If
off.
Florida don't score it over.
And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb.
It's over.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Tackled after picking up the first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They move the tight end all over. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Moore. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
Quarterback and receiver on the same page there on the curl route. Nice job by the receiver finding the soft spot in zone and just settling down, making that throw a whole bunch easier.
The Wolverines are flying down the field. They'll run it. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And down here near the goal line, you got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring.
So you know the defense is going to be king in 2, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And in that situation, the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Michigan, 27, Florida, 9.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Got a little work done on 1st down, now back to the line. Back to pass, it's Lagway. Takes the easy completion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on 3rd.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Might be looking to run. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. The handoff to Johnson. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. They'll run the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. That play didn't have much of a chance to get the first down. Good job by the defense keeping everything in front.
Great job keeping everything in front, and most importantly, making the tackles. Dropping back deep, knowing it's 3rd and long, but I got to get the guy on the ground and rally to the football. Nice job by the defense.
They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The play action fake. Throws for the tight end. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him. But really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. To the air, it's Glagway. Dumps it to the back. Got his man out of the backfield. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat and you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Lining up for the PAT. right down the middle. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. Back to pass. It's Warren. Got it set up on the outside. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Trying the left side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Give to the running back. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Morris. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the 4th quarter with the big lead, he's still taking shots.
And the Wolverines are on the move. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Using the quick game. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring in for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Dropping back, it's Warren. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Going over the top. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Touchdown Wolverines. And they take it in for 6 more points.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th.
That makes the score Michigan 30 over Florida 16.
almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Looking to go up top on first down. Quickly out to the tight end.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
After that last completion, it's second down. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you got dialed up on third.
Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on third and short from the 21. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Feeling some heat. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Wilson. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And there's no quit in this team. Obviously, they're trailing late in the game, but they're trying to make it happen. We've seen 2 big plays now, back-to-back. They're putting pressure on this defense.
All the way down at the 33-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Snagged on the outside, it's Wilson. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football, let him make plays.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, the field goal kicker can step away from the net and go sit down, grab some water. They're not going to need him just quite yet. That was a great play call. Throwing the ball on 3rd and short in field goal range. They get the completion, now setting up 1st and goal. And
the Gators have it with a 1st and goal. The back goes in motion. Scanning the field, it's Lagway. He's got it. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
The Gators want to crank the tempo. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Quarterback extends the play. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. And listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
They desperately need to get the score here on 3rd and goal to have any kind of wild chance. From the gun, wants to pass. And that one's going to be incomplete. He was throwing for the touchdown, but just couldn't get the foot down inbounds.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Gator!
Well, they didn't overthink off to the big fella and let him do the rest.
And a lot of times in these situations, fourth down and goal, you see quarterbacks sneak so much. They trust the big running back. They know he's going to drive his feet forward, finish the run, and get the touchdown.
The AT unit on the field. And it's up and good. An 84-yard drive there, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. They'll try to run for it. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Wolverines with the 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Ball's at the 22. 3rd and short coming. Can the defense force them to settle for a field goal? They'll try to run for it. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that will extend their lead even further. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. And they'll get to the line and spike it to stop the clock.
It's now 3rd down.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking for a man. It's Glagway. The throw. Fires to the big fella. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Touchdown, Michigan! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. I'm sure they don't like the score, but they haven't done anything about it, so they're just going to have to eat it right now with the way they're getting smacked.
Just take it, right? I mean, you'd like to say, hey, take a knee, run the clock out. You don't have to run the score up. But I can do something about it, right? All my guys in there still have to fight until the final whistle.